How's it going? I was off when a video was posted by a certain individual that I will not name. A little bit of advice. Don't come out here and sign a non-disclosure agreement. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. There is nothing here in the oil field that your company is going to have this proprietary, whatever. You guys know what the word is. You're a truck driver. You're not learning secret information or anything because you're this who knows what this non-disclosure. I mean, they want a non-disclosure to drive a truck. Are you kidding? You're asking for trouble if you sign something like that, because if they're asking for that, who the hell knows what they're capable of. You don't need to sign a non-disclosure agreement to drive someone's semi. Please do yourself a favor. Don't do it.
To the left or to the right of the cans?
Trucks are
To
turning.
the left.
Sorry about that. I'm up on staging. Yes, it's staging. This is not the dance floor. There's no such thing as a dance floor. Or a onesie, mind you. It's coveralls, overalls. Not a onesie. No dance floor. And don't sign a non-disclosure agreement. There is no reason that I can think of to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I mean, literally, the dude put... These are the people you have to look out for in the oil field. These are the guys you do not go to. They're snakes. If they want you to sign a non-disclosure agreement, don't do it.
Inbound to stage 4 times.
I don't know crap about 1099. Some guys are working under them. I will not.
First one is Albatross 28 with reuse.
It's too tricky with taxes. That's up to you. I can't comment on that, but
Next one is Albatross 28.
I'd rather be an employee than
Alright, 28, 22.
a contract worker.
Albatross 11 with reuse.
I really don't know how that works, but I want to make sure that I'm covered under workman's comp and I can't be sued for jack nothing. You're an employee. I don't care what they want to tell you unless you own the truck yourself. Be an employee. It ain't no big deal to file a W-4 or W-2, whatever. Normal taxes like an everyday job. Because they're out here. There's jobs out here that you can get 401k and all that, and insurance and all that crap for. That's all they're trying to do is get their weight around paying for insurance. I'm paying some of that stuff. Be an employee. I mean, good grief. But there is no reason. I keep repeating this because it blew my mind that I even saw it, that I even heard it. There's no reason to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You are setting yourself up. I mean, what do you got to hide that you're wanting people to sign a non-disclosure agreement? The oil field is small enough that someone is going to find out what they're driving, what's going on. Someone is going to find out. The circles are too small. We learn everything out here. Everything I mean, if there is a wreck, if somebody gets fired or whatever, you hear about it. I'm sure that it's the same out there in Texas. I mean, out here it can be in the paper, for Pete's sake. It ends up on Facebook. Whatever. There's no secrets. So by signing your non-disclosure agreement, you're basically screwing yourself. You're setting yourself up for something stupid. Don't do it. There are a gob of people hiring out here. And another thing, you can't be out here for 5 weeks and already know how to set up a training program. Yeah, there's not much pulling box. There's no doubt. But it takes a long time to figure out how to get to these pads. It ain't just throwing in your GPS, and it ain't even just looking on the map either, because this just happened to me this week. Dispatch gave me a 911 address for the staging pad and then I said, well, what's the bonding routes to get there? They said they didn't know. Well, I have enough experience that I can figure out which roads, and I know the roads out here. I can figure out which roads are bonded and what's not. A new person's not. I've been going to all these pads for 6 years. So I've been to most of them in the area, in the PA, West Virginia, Ohio area, because I've done I did casing, and I did casing, and I did sand. And casing, you go to all the wells. You go everywhere. Probably like water bottles. I'm sure they go all over too. When you're dealing with drilling rigs, you're generally not going to the same pad more than a couple times. I've been to hundreds of pads. So coming out here and saying that you know the ins and outs of the industry in 5 weeks is insanity. It's insanity. I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot to run and box, but to say that you're gonna sit down and train for the way that they want you to run, the only way I would share a truck was something, because they're doing that slip seat crap to share a truck. The only way that I would share a truck was someone out here is you put me in a nice hotel, and you're providing transportation to and from the truck, and you're paying by the hour. Paying percentage and splitting a truck with somebody, it ain't gonna work. And we looked into it. It doesn't work. There's companies that tried it and it didn't work. The companies that do it, that I know of, I mean, there may be other companies that are doing it, whatever, I don't know. The companies that I know of that do it pay by the hour, and it's like $25 an hour. That's mainly Halliburton in this area.
Do I have an escort out there?
And Sandbox directly, which they kind of disappeared on us. So
Yes, you do.
All right. Are there any outbound?
sorry, I gotta wait to find out if I'm going.
I'm still on my way in to one can. Which way are the cans coming in, the left or right? Or how about your cans? Can you do it on the left or right? Yeah.
Anyway, don't sign a disclosure agreement. If you're gonna split a truck, try to get paid by the hour. And stop listening. Don't listen to fools that only been doing this for 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, come on. What do you know? Is there any job that you could go and know the ins and out of after a month? I don't think so. The guy at McDonald's don't know everything after a month. Are you kidding me? Not putting down people at McDonald's. You work, but don't sign a non-disclosure. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Use some common sense. If they're putting that kind of limitations on you, you don't want to work for them. I promise you. Save yourself a lot of headache. But I've gone on long enough. Take it easy.